evening, viewers. This is India Focus, Opinion of the Nation. Your opinion matters. And this evening, we have the in-depth budget analysis, the union budget analysis of 2024. And it's going to be huge, viewers, because the first question itself, we are going to have a question on the stock market. So everyone who's investing in the stock or who's planning to invest in the stock, just hold on. Before that, to answer all my questions and your doubts, I have with me this evening Manjunath Koppard, MBA Finance, specialized in TDS related matters, trainer and coach for life skills and financial management. Good evening, sir. Welcome to D.India Focus.
Good evening, Sricharan.
Good evening, sir. It's great having you in this edition, sir. Once again, we are back for the fourth consecutive budget.
Yes.
Question to you. Today, the markets seem too nervous, too sluggish, too bullish. So my blunt question to you, let's start with it. My blunt question to you is, why do you think the markets were down? Do you think because of the long-term capital taxes which were put, or do you think the markets itself has a crash now, immediate crash? What do you think about this, sir?
Basically, see, if you see from COVID, it has been almost 4 years. The run-up in the market has been there. Okay, the growth has been immense. And whoever has invested during this 4-year period, definitely they have made good money. And everything has happened because of the sudden growth that came because of that COVID fall. Post-COVID fall. Okay, that is one thing. Second, the markets are at already at certain stage where we can say further growth in the markets at this juncture may be difficult. So there might be a fall in the markets because it will find the reasons later.
Okay.
To grow or fall, it will find the reasons later, but it acts first. That is how it works in the market.
But do you think
it is always 6 months ahead?
So sorry for interrupting, but do you think it is because of the budget 2024, the union budget? Because the crash started from the last 2 days. I'm looking at the market where many of the stocks are crashing down since the last 2 days. Do you think the consequences is of the budget?
No, I don't think that is the thing, but it is a knee-jerk reaction that has come into picture because long-term capital gains, that is the just 2.5% they have increased, and short-term they have increased more because the lot of speculation is happening in the markets, especially in F&O. So they have raised the STT on F&O transactions also. They have doubled just to curb that because more and more participation is there in the F&O rather real markets. That is a one risk which is there in the markets. So I think that one signal could have brought in a knee-jerk reaction. But
as you spoke about the few implications of the budget which is being looked at the market, I would like to ask you, usually that's my first question to you, but today I'm making it the second question. What's your take on this budget 2024?
2024 budget, it's a second budget we can say because we had already one interim budget. Okay, it is clearly a extended budget. We can clearly say it because it has not given many areas covered. Basically, all the major part have been continued and new few things have been added. That is how it is there.
Okay. So my take on this budget would be, this is a job creation centric budget. And this budget by Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman ji, they have understood the lack of opportunity for jobs which was happening before. Even during the election time, they lost a lot of votes because of this job creation, the job opportunity. So they have felt that, and this budget is more of job creation centric budget. And before going to my second takeaway, I would like to ask you one more question, sir. Union Minister today, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman ji, said and repeated, calling this a simplification of tax. My question to you is, are the taxes simplified now? Or what do you think of the changes in the income tax slab? Few changes, what do you think?
See, new changes have taken place only in new tax regime. Nothing, no changes in old tax regime, first thing. they are promoting the new tax regime to avoid all these exemption, deductions. So many things are there. In new tax regime, nothing. It's very simple. It's a gross income, less standard deduction of 75,000 now for employees, and straight away tax. That is how it is. So it's very simple. So they want more and more people to get into this. That's why they have raised the starting bars, especially if you observe, starting three slabs have been changed, not the latest slabs.
Yes.
So basically, they want to address the larger part and have a more impact, whereas revenue-wise, it should not impact. That is how they have worked on. So I think rationalization in the taxes have been taking place. And moreover, they also spoke about view of Income Tax Act of 1961. That is the one thing which was pending for very long.
That's a good news. That's a good news which we are getting, and positive news. When you're speaking about the positives, why not? I'll get the next takeaway of the positive. The positive of this budget, what I have seen, is the lower fiscal deficit. And this is,
Yes.
I am damn sure of it, that this is going to bring in global investors. They are going to be happy. They are going to invest in India. So that's going to be the point. The second point is that export and incentives, which I saw, the policies are countering China. And it's directly countering China. Let's be clear with it. And how does it counter China? I'll give you a few examples. Basic custom duties on mobiles, chargers, mobile parts have been decreased, have come down. And on critical minerals, removing them, the custom duties have also come down, like leather. So do you think this budget will help in China plus one strategy? That's what the economists.
It is not China. See, Sricharan, you have to understand in other part also. See, if we see from our angle, it is China plus one. But the global market wanted a China plus one, basically.
Yes.
It's the other way. It is not because the too much dependency was on the China. If we see in the last 10 years, from importer to exporter, we have become. So where they had a major role, especially the influential role. See, mobile was a major influence in the world. If you see, all other products might have affected individually for each one separately. Mobile is the only one which is changing mindset of everybody from smallest kid to eldest.
Correct.
So such place, it is very much needed that India has to be there, and we are into that process. So we will be moving into a China plus one clearly in that segment. And parallelly, there are other segments also, like which you said, mining, okay, and semiconductor, the next one, and agriculture. Agriculture, we are already there. Innovation has been brought into that.
And manufacturing also. Manufacturing.
And defense, of course, there is no doubt about defense.
Yes, defense. This time, let me, as you are speaking about defense, let me tell viewers that this time India is spending in this budget. India is spending 4,54,773 crores for defense. Look at the amount of expenditure being spent on the defense. That's huge, and that shows the capital expenditure of India. And capex, if you see, last time we were speaking about the capex 2023-24, we saw 9.5 lakh crores, and we said that was huge. This time it's 11.1 lakh crores. Look at
Correct.
the capex expenditure. And with that, the angel tax, formerly known as Section 56 bracket 2 of the Income Tax Act, is the tax imposed on funds raised by startups from angel investors. And that's been abolished. In simple words, to give an example to people to understand what this angel tax is, I'll just take a minute. If a company's fair value is rupees 1 crore and it raises 1.5 crores from angel investors, the excess amount of rupees 50 lakhs is subject to tax. Tax authorities considered the premium paid by the investors as income taxable at around 31%. Now, my point to you is, sir, the angel tax is now abolished. Do you think investment will increase? Will this have a long-term effect or a short-term effect? What do you think about it, sir?
No, it has a long-term impact, definitely. And we are a young nation, and new startups will be there. And parallelly, there are new sectors which are opening up by the government, and a lot of supports are there. So definitely, it will bring in more investments. And moreover, a good environment investment environment always pulls a lot of investments, no doubt about it.
Yes, sir. As you spoke about MSP, the MSME sector, the startup sector, there is a credit support for MSME. Let me just highlight that and then go to the next question. Mudra loan enhanced from 10 lakhs to 20 lakhs. That's good
Right.
amount for the startups and MSMEs. And also, when you look at the e-commerce industry, e-commerce export hubs to be set up. That's a good initiative taken by the government. Now, my question to you is, many initiatives have been taken by the government, which are good. But my question to you is, middle class is paying the tax. But middle class is not getting anything is what every economist say today. Because I'll tell you why. Bold initiatives had to be made in this budget because it was a 3.0 budget. This being the first budget of Modi 3.0, but I didn't feel a bold impact or the josh of the budget was not there, because nothing for the middle class except the tax slab, just tweaking with the tax slab, nothing else I felt. What do you feel, sir?
See, the political arena in India, especially after this election, there is some shakeout. Okay, we have to accept that. So there is a balance that needs to be taken care by central government. They can't be aggressive as like when they had a full majority.
Yes.
As a wise person, what they are doing is right. So it is a slow and steady which has to be done. Okay, and win the hearts of people. See, they are targeting Yuva. See, if you see 4 cash they introduced, right?
Yes.
What they call Annadan, Garib, Yuva, and Mahila. See, if you see that they are a new cash system they are bringing, wherein cash in the form of growth, cash for the growth. Okay, so if you see that these are, if they are able to answer these 4 properly, they will be regaining the vote share. Okay, and parallelly the impact on the middle class or the employment or the rural economy, everything is considered in that. So the focus which has been kept is surely a proper one, but the support that needed for any government to take bold a step is the majority. I think that is lacking there. So it will be tougher for them to handle that. So that is they are doing with a balanced mindset.
As you said, the coalition compulsion is BJP is under a coalition compulsion which cannot be denied. Even the Congress leaders,
Right.
the BJP leaders cannot deny it. How do I say that is because special 15,000 crore package for Andhra Pradesh is given. Bihar
Exactly.
is
Andhra Pradesh reorganization.
reorganization of Andhra Pradesh. And also, if you look at Bihar, Bihar is getting a lot of investments going on. Nitish Kumar is
Right.
happy today. Chandrababu Naidu is happy today. But
Happy.
I feel the middle class is not happy today. Because
Correct.
middle class expects a lot, because they have been through a tough time of inflation. They have been a tough time through the COVID period. Even then, they were paying the taxes. And they expect a lot from the government, which is not being done. I don't know how happy they are. Now, my last question to you, sir. You're
No,
waiting.
can I interrupt, Sricharan? See,
Sure.
if you see middle class, one area they have touched is like tax changes.
Yes, I feel that's just a tweaking. That's all. I don't feel a huge
Correct.
difference is going to happen.
That will not happen. It will, see, because the inflation, see, still inflation is under control, Sricharan. If you see that, otherwise the amount that is getting into the markets, if you see, there is a DIIs overtaking the foreign institution investors.
I agree to that point.
There is a already trend is there. That is happening because of SIPs. People are investing. That is happening because of domestic investors who are rising up. See, there is a fund, no doubt about it. There is one interesting thing is the youths are taking risks.
Yes.
What the mindset which you are talking about, the middle class, that is the past decade mindset, not the current decade mindset. You have to come out of that middle class mindset now.
But what you say is right. When you look at the youth are getting upskilled. Programs for upskillment of
Upskill.
youths are there. There is a lot of opportunities in internship for youth. and that leads to job opportunities for youth. I agree to all that fact, but middle class people are expecting some. The poor sector is getting few initiatives. Rich has money. Middle class is being taxed. That's the situation right now. What do you feel?
That is true.
Yes.
That I agree for that, because it is a truth we have to accept. There is no other
That's,
option on that.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's a burden which I think the government needs to address. Now, my last question to you is, sir, your rating on a scale of 10 for this budget, and why?
I can say it is a 7 points, because major reforms have not come in. I am sure the next 2025 budget will come up with a very rational tax structure. What we have seen in three laws which we spoke about. Okay, the same way we will see a greater change in Income Tax Act. I'm sure on that. And the way it is now, they are coming up with the tedious simplification, the compliance simplification. Because lot of in the last 10 years, what I have observed as a tedious consultant is people have got the easy filing process at a technological non-support. There is not support coming up. There is a lot of glitches that keep coming up. Okay, and moreover, tweaking of changes now and then is happening. So to do away with all these, they want to come up with something new, as a completely new set of law. Like in Companies Act, it happened in 2013. They came up with 2013 Companies Act. Same way, there is one thing which is required is in the income tax. I think that will come up in coming days. And coming to collections and all, if you observe the taxes, direct taxes in the form of income tax and corporate tax is higher at 36%, and indirect taxes like customs, excise, and GST, it is around 26%. So I think still the direct taxes are contributing more to Indian economy or
That's true.
budget. Sorry, budget.
That's true, and to the Indian economy also, because it directly implicates to the Indian economy. As you said, just highlighting the last few points, total receipts which are there at 32.07 lakh crore, and the estimates of fiscal deficit at 4.9%. For 2025, it's less than 4.5% is what they estimate it to be. Let's wait and watch what happens through this election, through this budget. Thanks a lot for joining me, sir. It's been great.
Yeah, thank you, Sricharan. As it is like an extended budget. We also spoke about the extended budget review only. Okay, I can conclude like that. Fine.
Yes, sir. Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot for
Yeah.
joining me. Thank you, viewers.
Yeah.
Until the next time I meet you all, signing off. Sricharan. Thank you, viewers. Thank you for watching me. Subscribe with the bell icon and support the youngest team in Indian journalism. Thank you.